You see what happens? You see what happens, Lebowski? You see what happens when I attempt an upload schedule? Yeah, so as I'm sure many of you are aware, that upload schedule didn't work out too well. And I apologize for that. But, in all fairness, I've been very swamped at work. If that's any excuse. However, I figure as long as I have the time of day, I'm just going to skip to my usual shtick of taking a few hours out of my boring old life and uploading as many videos as I'm able to make in the time that I am able to make them and the quantity and quality of which I am able to make them within. So, without further ado, this episode I would like to jump into the Forbidden Zone. Anyways, the Forbidden Zone. Oh, what to say about the Forbidden Zone? I used to think that the Forbidden Zone was a very, very strangest movie I've ever seen. It used to come on Showtime. And it was one of those movies that I had to quickly switch over the channel every time my parents came into the room because I did not want them seeing this. Anyways, when I was younger, it would come on Showtime a lot. We had the Showtime channel. And I always caught the movie in spurts. I was never to see the full thing all the way through until I learned about the beautiful line of beautiful world of online pirating. And I finally sat down, watched it in black and white. There's a black and white version and a colored version. I watched the black and white version. Very good. But a little bit of background so you could follow me on this. Have you ever heard of the band The Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo? No? Okay, well, basically, you know that song, I love little girls, they make me feel so... Yeah, the Pedal Bear song, they made that. Anyways, The Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo was this band. They did some theatrical shit. They did crazy, like, storyline stunt shit stuff to promote their shows, I guess. So I guess one day they got the bright idea, yo, let's take all of our stories that we use for our songs and make a movie out of it. And the whole movie is about the Hercules family. This is their last name, Hercules. And they move into this house previously owned by this pimp. And it turns out in the basement is this very strange portal to the 6th dimension, I think it is. And over in the 6th dimension, it's ruled by the midget king, King Frosco, and his queen... Doris? Something like that, but she's a bitch. And then, Satan's also down there, and there's the princess who doesn't wear any top clothing, so her breasts are out the whole time. And I think my favorite part is when the chicken boy had to go through hell and convince the devil to free his French friend and his Jewish brother, or her Jewish brother, to, let them be free from the midget and the woman who said she came from a witch's egg. Did you understand anything in that sentence? Yeah, that's the movie. As best I can explain it. You couldn't understand. You just like, what the fuck is he talking about? That's the Forbidden Zone. I would definitely suggest watching it the first chance you get. I heard some people say for a while, because like I said, there is a colored and a non-colored version. They apparently, I guess, didn't have the money for it, when they first made it, so they did it in black and white, and then I guess later on they like technicolored it. But I went back and watched it. I watched it in color, and I must agree with people now. I do prefer the black and white version. I don't know what it is. Not sure. But Forbidden Zone, very good film, very funny, very, very off the walls. It was on my top list of movies that are just batshit crazy. But then I saw Poultrygeist Night of the Chicken Dead, and that will be next video. But the Forbidden Zone is just, like, extremely low budget. So many jokes about, like, Jewish people and everything. Like, I love when two of the brother of the main character's, I guess you could say the main character, is Frenchie, this French girl who's the daughter of the Hercules family. She's the first one to go first one of the Hercules family to go into the Forbidden Zone. Then her brother Flash and her grandfather, who are made out to be extremely Jewish gentlemen. And her brother Flash is like, dude looks like he's 50, 60 something, but he dresses like a schoolboy. It's weird, and yes, I'm eating chicken. Roasted chicken. In the middle of this review. And they go down, and they gotta convert, like, dice are a really big thing in the 6th dimension. And apparently they had a currency. So it's like, oh, I can give you that there. And they meet this guy called Mr. Bernstein, Mr. Boinstein, and they convert, he's like, how much can I get for like a quarter? Something like that, the amount of dice. It's a currency. And he's like, 3 shekels. It's really funny. It's the little shit here and there. The whole movie's just a goof. But, pretty good film. I guess it holds together well. I cannot, unfortunately, put myself on the pedestal of all those people who have seen it 100 times. I maybe watched the entire film, beginning to end, only 3 times in my life so far. So, you know, take that how you will. But I would definitely suggest it. You can get it. I bought it off of Amazon. Pretty amazing. I really like it. Now, I apologize if this film is lackluster. I just woke up and I'm very tired. And, like most batshit movies, there's nothing you can really say about it until you actually see it. And then maybe when you see it, you'll get what I'm talking about, or you'll have a general idea of why I can't really put said things into words. It's just a very, very odd movie. And of course, there's nudity for all you people who like that. There's violence for all you people who like that. It's so funny. The classroom scenes, there's like classroom scenes where like the teachers are cross-dresser, there are pimps in the back shooting each other and playing cards. There's 2 statues in the back of the class that come alive during musical parts. There's a dude in the front seat who looks like Hitler. The classroom scenes are fucking hilarious. To get the kids' attention, the teacher fires off like a fucking Tommy gun in the air. And then the clock is like a gun and a knife flipping back and forth with the word Kenzo on it. I still don't know what that means. I may want to look that up. Now I'm actually kind of interested in that. But the whole movie is just a jumble of comedic, nonsensical shit. And, yeah. I definitely suggest seeing it. Sorry, I had a bone. So, yeah, I think that's about going to do it for this, praising. This was really a review of The Forbidden Zone, more of a praising of it. It's just a really good film. Just watch it, and you'll get what I mean. Like I said, it's not really something I can put into words. I can't really explain to you the aesthetic of the film. Just see it, please. And then get back to me. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of That Show That Will Not Be Named. I'll see you all next time, and, bye.